meet you.
Are you guys in a relationship?
Yeah.
No.
Oh. Okay. Well,
You say yeah, you say no.
We are not in a relationship. No.
Okay, I guess we're not.
Miscommunication here.
No. Perfect communication. He's actually just an acquaintance.
Whatever you do, don't be like this guy. You're vibing with a girl and you're thinking, all right, this is going great. She's laughing, asking you what you do for fun, what your job is. She seems really interested and enjoying this conversation. And then later, you try to get a number. And then you hear those dreaded words. Something like, oh, you're so sweet. And some bullshit excuse like, I'm not looking for anything right now. Or, I've got a boyfriend, even though she doesn't. It's brutal, right? But if you're tired of being the nice buddy who goes home alone, she gives you a hug while she walks off with someone else, then stick around. I'm Marcus Wolf, an international dating and sex coach. And in this video, I'm dropping some no-nonsense tips to make sure you never get put in that friend zone category again. This advice you can start using tonight. It's as easy as that. You might be thinking, okay, I'm about to tell you to just man up, to show some intent, tell you're interested, maybe shoot her a compliment, let her know how you feel. This is the worst thing you can do. All that does is it accelerates that one-way ticket right into the friend zone. If you show her interest and she isn't into you, she will just hit you with those familiar bullshit excuses again, like, sorry, it's a girl's night. This is only going to work if she likes you already. If you're really good looking, or maybe she isn't, she's a little bit desperate, or your approach manages to build a lot of desire. So maybe you approach her with a bunch of girls wrapped around you, or you do it in a manner that's very masculine, it's very assertive and confident. Learning to open these ways, it does wonders for you, and it's great, and you can show intent right away, and I have videos showing how to do this, I have videos showing how to do positive intent. However, most of the time, especially if the girl's hot and is used to attention, this isn't going to work. I'm sure you've noticed this. Instead, you're just gonna have to slow play this a little bit. Give yourself time to build attraction before you show that intent. But then the next issue comes. You go to the other side of the spectrum. This is something that I used to struggle with. I remember one night I was in a rooftop bar in Sydney and I saw this gorgeous girl, okay, tan skin, killer smile, nice booty. So I went up to her, started talking. Guess what? We hit it off. She was laughing at my jokes, touching my arm. She was fully engaged. So I thought, okay, great. Play it cool. Don't rush it. Just be friendly. Build a connection, and I'll get a number later. But of course, big mistake. I kept the conversation too safe. Talking about travel, music, this basic shit. There was no flirting, there was no teasing, there was no tension. It felt fun. But looking back, I was like I was at a networking event. And so she starts talking to me now about some crushes into some guy from uni. And I'm like, what the fuck? This is weird. Like, I thought we were having something going on here. And literally like 5 minutes later, some guy comes up, starts talking to her. She ditches me, goes to the bar, completely ignores me. Then at the end of the night, I got to say hi again. She says goodbye. She like goes home with a dude. Now, it's bad enough as it is, but then a few weeks later, rock at the club, see her again, and I try to get a number. And of course, you guys know what happens. I'm not looking for anything right now. Okay, it's friend zone. Why does this happen? Well, it's simple. If you act just like a friend, she'll see you just like a friend. Simple as that. I let the opportunity expire. But the good news is you don't need to let this happen. The key is to weave in the middle here. So instead of asking too early, like, hey, do you like me? And her being like, no, I don't fucking know you yet. Or just waiting ages. And she's like, oh, what a nice friend. And then you ask like, hey, do you like me? And she's like, what the fuck? We're friends. So you need to be able to do this in a way where you can wait for that attraction to build. But as that's attraction building, you take friendship right off the table. That's not a fucking option. There's only left with 2 options right now, okay, out of the 3. It's not friend zone. It's either there's something sexual or romantic here, or there's nothing at all. So there's 4 steps to making sure this doesn't happen. And step number 1 is that intention. The friend frame becomes stronger and stronger over time. It's like wet concrete, okay? So the longer time, the more it sets and becomes harder to get out of or change or mold that. So I'm sure you intuitively know this, right? If you knew a girl for 10 minutes, it's really easy to change that, get out of a friend zone. If you know her for 3 years, fucking good luck with that. So make sure to implement what I'm going to show you right away. Don't let the friend frame become stronger and stronger over time. Start with the intention. If you're going out because you want to find a girl for some fun, for sex or something more, then don't settle for friendship. I'd rather her think I'm a player or an asshole or whatever it is and not want to speak to me than to think I'm some nice guy pussy she can just take advantage of. She'll have way more respect for you if you don't put yourself in the friend zone just trying to be nice to hang out with her for a little bit longer. So from the start, create a dynamic that's different from friendship. So positive intent are things like compliment, asking a number, touch, maybe making out with her. But these, again, force her to make that decision right away. Instead, I want you to start using what I call negative intent. These are things that basically don't show that you like her, but also disqualify friendship. So some ways to do this is one, playfully tease her. Create some banter, give her some shit. Don't be afraid to offend her. If she's got a bitch face, okay, don't be afraid to look at her, smirk, and be like, damn, you look like you have so much fucking attitude. And then challenge her. Don't just agree with everything that she says. If she loves country music and you fucking hate it, then tell her she needs to get some better music taste. If she tells you she's from New York, then tell her you don't believe her. She doesn't really seem like a girl from New York. If she tells you what a job is, then an easy default way is just to judgmentally ask if she likes it. So, hey, I do modeling, or I'm an accountant. Just look at her and think, do you like it? It's going to make her wonder, like, well, hang on, of course I do. She's going to try to explain that to you. Or she's going to admit, yeah, I fucking hate my job, right? So this is going to make a much more interesting conversation, number one. But two, it's also going to start showing, okay, we are disqualifying friendship. That's not what I'm here for. A friend is going to agree with you, tell you how cool you are, and not be like, what the fuck? Why do you do that job for? Be selective and scarce. Don't keep asking her questions. Leave some space, leave some room. Tell her you have to leave soon. Don't, again, give this perception that you're just like groveling, wishing that you can spend every second of your night with her. Now, if it's a group of girls, I get this question a lot. Like, there's 4 girls, how do I show intent on one of the girls? Again, use the things that I'm telling you here. You can ignore it a little bit, treat everyone else like friends, give them the validation. You could ask questions and then just don't ask her the last questions. You can challenge her or create this tension. It's going to make it very clear to the girls that we're all friends, cool, we're not going to get jealous or try cockblock here. But now there's something going on here. We're not sure if you hate her or like her, but we know you're not friends. So it's easy to use in group sets as well. Just be careful you don't disqualify yourself too hard. Remember, we're disqualifying friends. We're not disqualifying any interaction possible with this girl. You don't want to go really hard and say like, oh my God, I fucking hate you, you're a piece of shit. Yes, you've done well. You're no longer friends. We've got to have the friend zone. But you don't want to ruin the interaction. There always needs to be a plausible deniability there that something might happen, that maybe you're a girl that I want to spend some more time with. That's going to make a chase, number one. It's going to be a beneficial thing there. But yeah, just be careful you don't completely disqualify this interaction. All right, step number 3 is going to be building attraction. All right, now, a lot of guys do this buddy shit where they try to be humble. They don't talk about themselves too much. They try to ask the girls questions and they just validate them. Fuck that. If you want to build attraction, you need to start showing this girl more of you. Be a little bit more arrogant here. Be a bit more braggy here. Let her listen to you a little bit as well. Because this over time, now that we're out of the friend zone, builds up some of this desire, builds up some of this attraction and tension. That takes us to step number 4, which is the smooth transition. Now that you have some time here where you created the mystery, you have a chasing, you build some attraction. Show that you aren't a pussy friend. You can transition slowly now to the positive intent that I spoke about before. The key is to figure out how much compliance and attraction you have. If you need to keep building attraction or understanding exactly where you stand with this girl, then you can find out all that information, not in this small little video, in our mastermind group. There's a 2-week free trial. We have courses there. We'll take you through step by step how to build this attraction and compliance and know where you are at in the interaction so you know what to do in terms of your next move there. So if you want to join, there's a link below. There's a 2-week free trial. You can check it out now. The last thing I want to talk about here is how to get girls out of like what I call waitress mode or like work mode. So a lot of students will say like, I'm talking to a bartender or a waitress, like how do I make this happen? Now, especially in America where there's tips, these women are just going to be nice to you. Even if you like compliment them, do all this shit, they're probably just going to be nice and try to farm you for some more tips. Simple as that. They just put you in this category. So the same way you're getting out of the friend zone, you can get out of this work waitress mode. So this happened to me in, I was in Vegas and we're in a restaurant in our hotel. It was one of the like Hooters or where a bunch of old girls are at. And I implemented these things. So this girl came over, asked what we wanted. And I said, actually, that's a very important question. Can I get your opinion real quick? She's like, yeah. I'm like, what is the best thing on this menu? What do you love the most? So she pointed at something, I can't remember, like steak or some bullshit. And I was like, okay, I'll get this. Pointed at something else. She's like, what? Hell, why? I was like, listen, okay, I'm going to be honest. You look like you fucking hate your job, okay? You look miserable right now. There's no way I'm trusting your decision. And she kind of laughs. And I was like, look, I don't blame you. You're at a restaurant, blah. She's like, yeah, look, I also study. Like, this is my thing, blah. So now, not only is she qualifying a little bit, but I've gotten her out of work mode, okay? If you have a waitress now who's complaining about her job, that's not what you typically do as she's working. So again, I implemented some other things. When she came back, we started chatting some more. I spoke about it myself, built attraction. At the end, I was able to get a number. We met up later that week. But this all started with the idea of just bringing her out of work mode a little bit, giving a little bit of shit, building some tension there. That's super important. So you can apply this to waitress mode as well. All right, so there it is, guys. Just remember, the biggest thing here that I think you need to take away from this is that rejection or like blowing it out or being a little bit too mean or coming across that way is always going to be better than this friend zone limbo shit. Okay, so no more Mr. just a buddy friend fucking guy when you go out or you're meeting women. Have that intention. I'm going to try and build attraction here. I'm going to challenge her. I'm going to make her chase a little bit. Go out, have some fun with that. Always 2-week free trial in Mastermind there. Otherwise, click subscribe. We'll have some more videos coming out soon. Catch you guys.